Good morning, student. I am Dr. Dharmendra BN. This is my third session on prime numbers. Today I will discuss about the prime number theorem. This prime number theorem. The celebrated prime number theorem allows one to predict how many primes are there less than a given number. Let us define the prime number in terms of a pi of x. We can observe terms of pi of x to be the number of primes which do not exceed x. That means, suppose when I have to take x is equal to 1, what is pi of 1? Up to 1, how many prime numbers are there? So, up to 1, there is no prime numbers, that value is equal to 0. So, that is not exceed ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. Can observe the terms, can carefully observe. It is not exceed. Definitely 1 is greater than 0. Similarly, x is equal to 2. Up to 2, how many prime numbers? There are only one prime number. Definitely pi of 2 is equal to 1. That is not exceed 2. You can observe terms of. Again, pi of 3. Pi of 3, how many prime numbers up to 3? There are only 2 primes. What are them? That is 2 and 3. So that is also not exceed 3. What is only 2? Definitely 3 is greater than 2. That is, similarly, x is equal to 4. How many prime numbers up to 4? That is only 2 numbers. That is 2 and 3. It is also not exceed 4. Similarly, x is equal to 5. How many prime numbers up to 5? There are only 3 prime numbers. There are 2, 3, 5. Only 3 numbers. 3 does not exceed the terms of 5. Okay. Similarly, like that. And just we have to take the statement of prime number. The theorem statement is pi of x is asymptotically equal to x divided by log x, or limit as x tends to infinity pi of x into log x divided by x, that is equal to 1, or pi of x divided by x by log x that tends to 1 as x tends to infinity. If x increases, that value of pi of x divided by x by log x, that is nearly goes to 1. Suppose x is equal to 10 to the power of 3, 10 to the power of 6, 20 to the power of 9. Just we are to taking these 3 examples, that when x increases, the pi of x by log x, that value is 1.159, and similarly 1.084, similarly 1.053. You can observe the 3 values. If x increases, the term of here 1.159, here 1.084, here 1.053. If increases, the term of pi of x divided by x by log x, that is nearly goes to 1. Okay, you can take some example up to 20. Suppose x is equal to 20. The numbers are 20, that is 1, 2, 3, like that to 20. How many prime numbers? So we can take in the first prime number is 2, next 3, next 5, next one is 7, next one is 11, next one is 13, next one is 17, next one is 19. So there are 8 prime numbers up to 20. That is 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17 and 19. So the first prime number is 2, that is P1 is equal to 2, P2 is equal to 3, P3 is equal to 5, P4 is equal to 7, P5 is equal to 11, P6 is equal to 13, P7 is equal to 17, P8 is equal to 19. What is the pi of 1? Already know that result. Pi of 1 up to 1, there is no prime number. Again, the terms of up to the terms of in between 1 and 2, that is pi of root 2, that is 0. Again, pi of 2 is equal to 1, pi of 3 is equal to 2, pi of 4 is equal to 2 again, up to 4, up to 5, that is 3, up to 6, that is again 6, 3, up to 7, that is 4, and again the terms of up to 20, the terms of that is 8. So when I have to observe these two equations, the terms of prime number and these the terms, what is 2? 2 is P1. Pi of P1 is equal to 1. Similarly, only we can take in an observation of prime numbers. Pi of 3, what is 3? P of 2. Pi of P2 is equal to 2. Again, won't take that value of pi of 4. Only prime number we can observe terms of pi of 5. What is that value of pi of 5? What is the pi of 5 is the term of pi of P3 is equal to 3. Again, pi of 7, that is 7 is P4, the pi of P4 is equal to 4. So by observe that about two equations, we get that is pi of 2 is equal to pi of P1 is equal to 1. We can observe that index the term of here also the term. It is P of 1. Pi of P of 1 is equal to 1. Again, similarly, pi of 3 is equal to pi of P2 is equal to 2. Pi of 5 is equal to pi of P3 is equal to 3. Again, pi of 7, that is pi of P4 is equal to 4. Again, that is pi of 19, not 20, that is pi of 19, that is pi of 8, that is equal to 8. So that observation, the clearly observation, suppose that the term of, if it is a pi of nth prime number, that is equal to m. This is a very important result. Pi of Pn, that is nth prime number, is equal to n. And also if x increases, the term of pi of x is also increase, that is equal to infinity. Okay, taking the first problem, in examination asking the question, there is a nth prime is asymptotically equal to n log n. Okay, by using that prime number theorem, we know that limit as x tends to infinity, pi of x into log x divided by x is equal to 1. We can taking a log on both these sides. Okay, and also we can observe in terms of limit is there. If it is the function is continuity, on that time we can taking inside the logarithm. First we can take log on both the side in the above equation in the given in the prime number theorem. This log of limit as x tends to infinity, pi of x into log x, log of x divided by x is equal to 1. So it is equal to log of 1. What is log of 1? That is 0. Under the terms of left hand side, it will goes to inside that log. If it is the function is continuity, uniform continuity, limit as x tends to infinity, log of pi of x into log of x divided by x, that is equal to 0. So this of the form of log of a by b. The term is, it can be written as log of pi of x into log of x minus log x is equal to 0. Again, this form of log of a into b form. So limit as x tends to infinity, log of pi of x plus log of log x minus log x is equal to 1. So when we have to divide it by this equation by log x, so it can be written as limit as x tends to infinity, log of pi of x divided by log x plus log of x divided by log x minus that log of x divided by log of x is 1, that is equal to 0. We can take this minus 1 on RHS side, it becomes plus. The next step, limit as x tends to infinity, log of pi of x divided by log x plus limit as x tends to infinity, not n, that is x tends to infinity, log of x divided by log x is equal to 1. Similarly, limit as limit as x tends to infinity, log of pi of x divided by log x, it will take on RHS side, that is equal to 1 minus limit as x tends to infinity, log of log x divided by log x. We know the value of in log infinity, and also we have to substitute the terms of as infinity. Log of log infinity divided by log infinity, that is log infinity is infinity. Here also the term of log infinity, that is infinity by form, that is indeterminate form. So therefore when I have to apply that LHS rule, this value becomes 0. So the next step, that is limit as x tends to infinity, log of pi of x divided by log x is equal to 1 minus 0. So when I have to using this one, that is a indeterminate form, we can using that LH rule. So this value becomes 0. You can check yourself, and the term is it can be rewritten as limit as x tends to infinity, log of pi of x divided by log x is equal to 1. Now equation 1 can be rewritten as the term of equation 1 means that is a prime number theorem, that is 1 is equal to limit as x tends to infinity pi of x into log of x divided by x. In this equation we can multiply and divide by log of pi of x, this one, that is log of pi of x. So therefore 1 is equal to limit as x tends to infinity pi of x into log of x divided by x into log of pi of x divided by log of pi of x. So we can collect the term of log of x divided by log of pi of x on one side, and also we can apply that limit, can split that limit into two times the terms of, and by using that equation 1, this one becomes 1. So therefore 1 is equal to limit as x tends to infinity pi of x into log of pi of x divided by x into 1. So therefore putting x is equal to p of n. So in the above equation we get s1 is equal to limit as n tends to infinity, x becomes as n tends to infinity pi of p of n, that is a into log of pi of p of n divided by pm. You can observe terms of that is nth prime. You know that pi of that nth prime is equal to n. So therefore here n into log n divided by pm. So therefore it can be written as the term 1 is equal to limit as n tends to infinity n log n divided by that is nth prime, that is pn. So therefore which implies pn, that is n prime, is asymptotically equal to n log n. So this ends the proof of that problem. Next theorem, pi of x is greater than equal to log of log x if x is greater than equal to 2. That means it is a x is greater than equal to 2 less than infinity. We know that is a nth prime, pn is the nth prime, and we know that the term of if nth prime is less than or equal to 2 to the power of n minus 1. We already proved this one by using that induction method, that is nth prime is less than or equal to 2 to the power of n minus 1. And also if n is greater than or equal to 2 and the term of x lies between e to the power of n minus 1 and e to the power of n. You can observe the terms is here the open interval, here the terms of closed interval, and x is lies between the term of 2 is less than or equal to x is less than or equal to e to the power of 1. Definitely the terms of e to the power of 1 means the term is that is 2 point something, that here the 2 point something. So x lies between these terms. In the above two equations you can observe the terms of that is a nth prime is less than or equal to 2 to the power of n minus 1, that is also less than e to the power of n minus 1. We get the terms of pn is less than or equal to 2 to the power of n minus 1 is less than e to the power of n minus 1, because that is 2 comma infinity, that is a half closed half open interval. that is equal to, that is close interval 2 comma e to the power of 1. It's union of n running from 2 to infinity of open, that is e to the power of n minus 1 comma e to the power of n, that's of close. The term is, and the term of 2 to the power of n minus 1 is less than e to the power of n minus 1. By using that induction, definitely it must be satisfy the condition. And also by using this equation, observe that these two equations 2 and 3 and 4, at e to the power of n minus 1 is less than x. So therefore, from the above two equation, it can be written as Pn is less than or equal to 2 to the power of n minus 1 is less than e to the power of n minus 1 is less than x. And also we can observe the term of in this inequality in the next slide. So when in this inequality, we can taking log on both these sides. The second inequality, x is less than or equal to e to the power of n. You can remember this line, the terms of in equation 3, that is the second inequality. X is less than or equal to e to the power of n. So what we are to getting the terms of, when I have to compare these two terms, that is Pn is less than or equal to 2 to the power of n minus 1 is less than e to the power of n minus 1 is less than x. We can apply pi on both these sides. Okay, we get pi of Pn is less than or equal to pi of 2 to the power of n minus 1 is less than pi of e to the power of n minus 1 is less than pi of x. What is pi of p of n? That is n is less than or equal to pi of 2 to the power of n is less than pi of e to the power of n minus 1 is less than pi of x, or that is n is less than or equal to pi of x. So this is the equation 6. On the other hand, we can apply the logarithm in equation 3. Already told that in the earlier slide. That is the second inequality. X is less than or equal to e to the power of n. We can apply twice the log on both the side in this equation. So when I take in the first log on both the side, this one becomes log of x is less than or equal to e to the power of n. Log and e get cancelled, that is e to the power of n. Similarly, once we have to apply that log on the both this side, the term is log of log x is less than or equal to n. That is equation 7. So when I have to compare that equation 6 and 7, log of x is less than or equal to n, that is n is less than or equal to pi of x. So therefore, comparing that equation 6 and 7, it will get log of log x is less than or equal to n, less than or equal to pi of x, or pi of x is greater than or equal to log of log x if x is less than or equal to e to the power of 1 and it is greater than or equal to 2. Hence that result. Thank you. This is the end of the session.